somebody gets a bee sting and they're having problems breathing, that might help.
Yeah.
Benadryl.
Well, so we use the inhaler and then we have them take the Benadryl.
Take the Benadryl, yeah.
And then we get them to the hospital ASAP.
Yeah.
The Benadryl's pretty fast act.
Hmm?
The Benadryl's pretty fast act.
Reasonably, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The other thing I've got here, which I strongly recommend carrying, and this is actually, I think this is actually an Amway product, but this is concentration for an electrolyte solution. You know, you just squirt it in about 6 ounces of water and you got electrolyte replacement. So again, you know, hiking and weather like this, and people, especially got guys that are heavy sweaters, you know, something, it's got a real stiff package in it, so, you know, hopefully it won't break, you know.
Okay, back up. We would find that where and how would we, when would we know we want to use that?
Okay, again, yeah, somebody, I say we got it from Amway, but I think you could probably find something similar to it in the grocery store.
And we're looking for an electrolyte.
Electrolyte, you know,
Okay.
or a sport drink. You know,
Okay.
most sport drinks are electrolyte drinks.
So if somebody's real thirsty or faint,
Yep.
And they're feeling a
And
little
they've
bit
been sweating
weak
a
or
lot,
sweaty.
and they're, you know, you think about the same situation you would if you were working in a factory, and, you know, this is kind of a different version of the old salt tablets, okay?
Right.
Yeah, I used to have I had another product, but it's long gone now, but it was some stuff that was in an envelope, and actually all you had to do was tear open the envelope, pour water in it, drink it on the envelope. I actually still had some of that, but I was afraid, God, I don't know what shape it said, so I threw them away
Right.
and got these. You know. Super glue.
Uh-oh.
It's great, you know, if you got fissures and stuff like that, cracks and skin, you can glue things together.
Oh.
Okay? You draw a bead along each side of the laceration of the wound, squeeze it together, and hold it there until the bead's set, and then you glued your cut shut. They actually
It's
use,
gonna sting too, right?
it will sting some, but again, if you put it on the edges and not in the wound, not so
Yeah.
much. Okay. This is very similar to almost exactly the same stuff that we use in the ER, you know, for lacerations. I don't like it. I don't think it lasts very long, you know. But again,
what happens long term then? Is that something that gets into you, or is it?
no. They actually use a similar thing in eye surgery. It's just the probably costs about 100 times as much. Basically the same stuff.
So it eventually works itself out of
Yeah,
whatever you
the
do.
problem, the reason I don't particularly, we used it at Pennock and ER for, I didn't personally, but one of my colleagues did. We were just testing it out to see if we were going to get it. And he decided he didn't like it because a lot of times before the patient come back for a wounding check, it had already kind of broken open. It is not a great replacement for stitches, but it is something that does work. You know, and again, you're not going to be stitching people up very likely. You know, you can. I mean, there might be, I could see situations.
So when do we get the stitching exhibit?
Soon? Well, that comes immediately now.
Volunteer, please.
Safety pins. They work. You know, you literally, if you got a wound, you know, again, that's why I say I'm not endorsed by anybody, but you can literally safety pin, you know, a wound caused.
Hold it together though,
Hmm?
put it through both
Yes.
sides.
You're gonna temp the skin out. Yeah, you're not gonna safety pin across like this.
Right.
You're gonna temp the edges up, and then you're gonna go through both of them and do it along the side of the room. But they do work. There's lots of use. All my first aid kits have safety pins. Even these, I think there's even safety pins in that one, I think.
Kind of like the sanitary pads, if you don't use them for the wounds, there's other uses.
There's other uses for them too. Exactly.
He carries sutures in his kit.
And there's no reason why you can't sew things, you know, if you need to. You know, you can use fish line and stuff like that, you know. And even, you know, you don't have to worry about it looking good. You know, somebody else can make it look good later, you know. But if you can close a wound up, you know, with fish line or your sewing kit or whatever you got with you, you're gonna minimize bleeding, you're gonna minimize contamination and everything.
You start the healing process.
Start the healing process, and then if it looks ugly later, you know, a professional can clean it up and make it look better. You know, so. But if it gets infected, then it's not so good. I have micro shields in both my kits, you know, for people that are squeamish and, you know, about doing mouth to mouth. You know, this is a shield, you know. Gotta be honest with you, every time I've had to get mouth to mouth, I never had one of these close by, and I've had to do it, you know. So. I carry little squeeze vials. There's absolutely nothing in it, but what this is, I carry it for irrigation. Okay, fill it with water, then you got a high pressure squirter, you know, that you can clean out wounds with, you know, because it's no good covering up a dirty
So
wound.
why would you carry it around it?
You pour water in it, and you just take it out of your canteen.
If you had hydrogen peroxide, it would just get old fast, or what?
Peroxide, it's on your list, and peroxide does get old, so if you can carry peroxide, but again, it's a liquid, it's a little heavier, it's bulky. I have seen a peroxide gel. I don't know anything about it. I don't know if it's stable longer. As you all know, peroxide breaks down into water and oxygen, so a lot of times that bottle of peroxide that's in your medicine cabinet is actually a bottle of water. You know, because it's just broken down and released the oxygen molecule, and it's not peroxide anymore. It's clean water, but it's water. So I don't think liquid peroxide is probably very practical for a first aid kit, you know. Unless it's, I mean, a first aid kit that you're going to carry in the situation we're talking about. What else? Itch sticks. Oh, where is it? Yeah. Another neat thing. This is an extractor for the resistance. Okay. Comes with multiple size tips. This is a vacuum pump. Okay. Designed to suck stuff out. So if you've got a bite of any kind, from snake bite down to mosquito bites, you put this on the patient and cup it, and when you push down on it, it doesn't blow, it sucks.
Ah.
Very, very cool. And not expensive. And this is, you got all sorts of tips to fit all kinds of. Again, you're gonna carry it in every first aid kit? No, but in a big group kit, yeah, maybe you would. Or wherever you're going, you may be going somewhere where.
And what would you encounter around here that you would have to do something like that?
Bee stings, possibly. If you got a little kid that's really, really sensitive with mosquito bites, so they swell up, get big knots, you can suck the mosquito venom out of them. Or, you know, you just theoretically pass a soccer rattler, and you get something that goes on the house.
So my wife is sensitive to mosquito bites, so if I had that, at least she would feel like I've done something for her.
Right, you could be a hero.
Okay, can I buy that from you?
A few other thoughts, we're doing on time. Bigger is always better than little, okay? Because you can take bigger and cut it down and make small out of it, okay? You can't make small bigger. I personally think these are useless. These are not first aid Band-Aids.
Oh, okay.
I just, I don't know. So I carry at least a standard Band-Aids, and I, quite honestly, I like the big ones better, I think. And if you don't need a 4x4 gauze pad, you can cut it down and make a small thing. Whenever possible, I like nice big wide tape. Okay, now this isn't always practical, okay? So some of my kits, I've got 1/2-inch tape in, but 1/2-inch tape isn't all that useful. And if you want 1/2-inch tape, then you make 1/2-inch tape, okay? But, generally, big tape is good. And don't forget duct tape. duct tape's got 1,001 uses. When I was at the Wilderness Medicine Conference years ago, we had one meeting, just to get together, and what we're trying to do is come up with as many uses for duct tape as we could. It was amazing, you know, I mean, we finally ran out of ideas, so then we started, on Foley catheters, and how many ways could you use a Foley catheter, so, yeah.